What is up, YouTube? Welcome to PanFro Games, and let's talk about everything we know about the potential Mega Malamar coming to Pokemon Legends ZA. We got a lot of teases for it yesterday and some new ones today. Of course, guys, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe and support my channel by becoming a channel member. And let's dive in. So this was posted this morning from Cerebi. It has been confirmed that a special celebration of Malamar will appear on the Pokemon socials at 13 UTC on Wednesday, September 10th. 2025. So next Wednesday at 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific time, we will be getting a new Malamar trailer. And obviously, they're teasing Mega Malamar. Let's be real. There's no reason they wouldn't be teasing a Mega at this point. I mean, they did it for Victory Bell, they did it for Halucha. This just seems to be the next one in their essentially weekly reveals for Pokemon Legends ZA. And Malamar is a Kalos Pokemon, and Kalos has only currently one real Mega, and not including Diancie, but we have Halucha. So we'll get our second Kalos Mega with Mega Malamar, which makes a lot of sense. And I'm glad that Kalos is finally getting love for its mechanic that it introduced when it didn't get any love in the first place, which I thought was pretty crazy. So what happened yesterday? So we had this trailer go out for it was a 57-second trailer, and it's everyone just super in love with Malamar. Everyone is just so enamored and in love with this thing, and I just think it's pretty funny. Also, I do want to mention that that girl is featured on the art. Also, this is a hilarious screenshot. This dude covered in the Malamar sitting cuties, the stickers. This is probably really fun to make this set for this ad. But essentially, everyone is currently in love with Malamar. Why would they be in love with Malamar? Well, Malamar, if you didn't know, is a Pokemon that is technically an evil Pokemon. It is one of the few Pokemon, at least in the anime, without any trainer interaction, actually was doing evil deeds by itself. And Malamar is known, similar to Hypno, to hypnotize people and make them do their bidding and make them love Malamar. So it seems like Malamar went into the city, or Mega Malamar in this case, went into the city and made everyone fall in love with it, which I do think is rather funny. And it sort of makes sense because, you know, a Malamar is sort of like based on, he's like a squid, but he's like a cuttlefish. And cuttlefish, what they do in real life is they will stun their prey with like flashing lights. So that's what I'm assuming what Malamar did here, hit them with flashing lights and then made them, you know, a little bit fall in love with them essentially. So we got a bunch of official pieces of Malamar artwork and wallpaper. They're going full on the Malamar stuff right here. So you can download these things for your phone. And then they made our dear friend Malamar is taking over Japan's Pokemon centers from today to September 10th. September 10th is the trailer day. If you're visiting, pick up Malamar visor and spread the good word to your fellow, to the few among us whose hearts haven't embraced Malamar's splendor. Malamar, everyone's friend. So this is a Japan-only event. Everyone get your little Malamar cap here, little paper cap. Looks pretty funny. Also, the merch is pretty sick. I don't think they're selling this merch though, but I would totally get a Malamar shirt. I do think this is pretty sick. I love it. I love the little, just the little hearts on everything. It just looks great. It absolutely looks great. And then Malamar also took over the Pokemon TCG Live app. So when you load in the app, it says like Malamar's cuteness is like off the charts, and then during like different catchphrases for your intro victory, it'll say like my friend Malamar, I'm a Malamar fanatic, and things like that. So it's pretty funny. Also, during the trailer, this lady here is the same lady that is featured on the map of Pokemon Legends ZA on the big official map. So that's pretty funny to see that. I love that. And this is what some fan art of what Mega Malamar looks like. Now, here's the thing. We know that all the Megas for Pokemon Legends ZA have leaked, and they have 3 for 3 on the leaks, and they're about to be 4 for 4 on the leaks, assuming Mega Malamar is real. Now, based on the description of Mega Malamar, this is sort of what is going to look like. It's going to be long and slender. It's going to be translucent. It's going to be flashing colors. And as I mentioned that Malamar is essentially based on a cuttlefish, and cuttlefish hunt their prey by flashing a bright light on them to daze and confuse them. I assume Mega Malamar is going to go onto that route and do something very similar, which will be very interesting to see. Now, of course, a Mega Evolution increases a Pokemon's stats by 100 points, but it also means they're up for redistribution and they could potentially get a new ability. Now, I do think Mega Malamar could be a really good Pokemon because we're looking at a total here of 582 stats, so pretty decent. Dark and Psychic is pretty solid typing. Contrary is its regular ability, but I do think it's going to keep it because it does naturally learn Superpower, and when you use Superpower Contrary, your stats going to go up by +1 attack, +1 defense. So I do think that maybe if you remove some of this speed and some of this special attack, and then you put some more into attack, defense, and special defense, I do think Mega Malamar could be an excellent Trick Room Sweeper. I think that'll probably be the best way to shape up this Pokemon. Because 73 is such an awkward speed tier, and since he is like luring people to him and making people fall in love with him, he doesn't really need a lot of speed, right? Like he just needs to daze and confuse people. So he can sack that speed, maybe put that speed to down to 40, and then you're looking at like a 43 speed, so like pretty slow overall. And then you definitely need to get some more bulk on the special defense. That's probably the bigger weakness of Malamar. And then you can do superpower spam, increase your attack and defense. And he does, get things like Night Slash, he gets Psycho Cut, so get dual stab right there. I do think the other issue of Malamar is potentially like it does need to get a better physical move set in general. I do think it's a little bit lacking on the physical side of moves. But overall, I do think it will be a pretty strong Mega Evolution. To be fair, we don't know how it's going to work in Pokemon Legends ZA combat-wise because the combat system is completely different than standard Pokemon. But, when we talk about stats and things like that, that's probably more regards to Pokemon Champions and maybe even Generation 10. So let me know in the comment section below, are you excited for Mega Malamar? Would you potentially use it? And we will be live reacting to the trailer next Wednesday, so definitely be there. And don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out, and have a good one.